Welcome, my name is Kat, this is my channel Kat Can Sew, and welcome to episode 32. It is the 2nd of July 2025 and I'm here to talk about my Crest stuff. I'm on Instagram under Kat Can Sew, and yeah, this is probably going to be really short. I have 45 minutes to film this plus an unboxing, and I've got 5 projects, 1 finish, my June stats, no haul, and a very teeny tiny life update. So let's jump into the stitching. So first up is my finish. I completed another of the Celebrate All Year months. I finished February, which was National Pie Day, and here we go, all finished. I got 383 stitches on there. That was 20%, and this is stitched on blue grey linen. I got in the nice list in 2023 from Black Needle Society. And then that is my only finish. Now for my whips, as I said, I don't have a ton today. First up is Winter Wonderland by Hicks Creates, and here is where I was. I think I usually put it on this side, though I'm sitting slightly further to the side of the screen, so I'm not sure which side I'll end up. And here is where I am. I have it the right direction this time. The tree helps work that out. So I stitched 191 stitches on here. I just finished a prompt. Oh, not a prompt, but one of my goals. This is 32 count Over the Moon Belfast from Colour and Cotton. Again, I got in the nice list in 2025 from Black Needle Society. Needle minders are Forbidden Fibre Co. This was in the Christmas Carol Advent box, and from Serenity Stitches. This was in the nice list 2023. Sorry, this was the 2023 nice list. That is stitched in Wig Style Works. Next up is Pacific Crest Trail. Sorry, I mentally blanked on that today. Here is where I was, and here is where we are. And I have now officially finished the outlines for Washington and Oregon, and started a little bit more on California. This, where I am up to here, is basically the edge of the state, and then California is going to go, this goes straight down, and then it'll go down this way, so we're getting there. I got another 637 stitches on this. I still have 2,500 stitches left to go on my to get to 10% goal. All of these states are going to be fully stitched, which is why I'm making a ton of progress, but I still haven't hit 10%. Also over here is going to be the Pacific Crest Trail logo, which is also rather large. And then in this top section here, which is design blank, I'm going to put my friend's Pacific Crest Trail stats. So this is stitched on a 25 count Lascaux Lugana from Livendale A 1/1 full cross. I think getting to 10% will completely do. I don't remember where I was at. One of my needles fell off, which I'm going to have to find, but I couldn't find it right now. The needle minder that is still on here is from Midnight Spell Designs. The one that fell off was from Inchworm Designs. I knocked it. I saw it fly away. No idea where it went. There may have been a weird cut in there just because I don't remember where I was at before I knocked off the needle minder. Next up is Disneyland. This is by Neni Designs. And this is where I was. And this has a bunch of parked threads. I am sorry, it is the only way I can work on this project the way I stitch. And here is where I'm at. I finished another row. I did 1,336 stitches on this in one day. So I did some more on Big Thunder Mountain. I filled in a bit more down here around Casey Jr. I filled in all of this green here, and I did a little bit more on It's a Small World. There was a little bit more scattered around, but progress. That is another row down. Next time I work on it, I will see if I can work in any of those loose threads. I'm doing that at the end of every row, just to try and keep it under control. Needle minders on this one are Galloway Gallery, that is no longer available, and Midnight Spell Designs. I ordered a bunch from them when I didn't order, like, first time I was really like stocking up on needle minders. Next up is Wonders of the Hubble Space Telescope. This is by Go Designs. This was the 2023 Mystery Space Cell. This is where I was, and here is where I'm up to. I finished the next picture. This, I believe, is the Whirlpool Galaxy. I did start on this. I only did a couple hundred stitches in there though. I completed 625 stitches. It's on the Q snaps because I'm still working towards, I have a goal of 1977 stitches. So this will probably be, actually it's probably not going to be in the next video. It might be, it depends on my mood, but it'll be around for a little bit longer yet. I know in theory I can knock that in a couple of days, but I've also got to be in the mood to stitch on it. This is a lot of confetti and a lot of dull colours, so fabric is Midnight Sky by Live and Die LA. 28 count Lugana. Needle minders are by Thread Wine, again from Etsy. And my last project I worked on is Celebrate All Year by Black Needle Society. This is November. This is Novel Writers Month. Here's where I was. And here's where I'm up to. I will start on that typewriter probably next time I work on it. We're about, I think I'm at 40% now. I'd only worked on it once before. I did 420 stitches, which was just over my 20%. This is a 32 count ice blue linen that I got from Yarntree when I was still working at Lugana. Needle Minder is from Black Needle Society. I created a new goal in my goal wheels, which was haven't been stitched in 2025. It's only got about 8 projects on it. So I'm getting really close to having put stitches in every single project that I am still working on. I did UFO a couple of sales, a couple of projects a couple of months ago. But otherwise I have put stitches in nearly everything. As I said, I've got like 8 projects to go. And the goal there is just to get stitches on everything, and then that wheel will probably switch to less than 1,000 stitches in 2025. Just to, because at the moment I've got a lot of big projects in my goal wheels. I'm just trying to find some stuff that I can do smaller, and my goal on my no stitches is going to be the same goal as when it spins up for the number of stitches it has. So 10, 20, 1, 5, 10 or 20%. There's only one project that's going to hit 1%. 2 projects that'll be 1%. Everything, but which even then is still like a really large number. I tried to keep those goals to a reasonable number. It's usually less than 2,000 stitches. So that is all of my stitching. As I said, wasn't much. Technically no, I have one more project that I have been working on, but I don't have cover images for this. I'm doing this for work. Well, at work we're doing a summer movie challenge incentive for getting interactions with guests at work, and each week is a different theme. A couple of weeks ago was Minions, this week was Fast and Furious, next week is Back to the Future, following week is Jaws, and we get different activities like word finds, and one of the things they've done is colour by number, like square designs, and the first one we got was the Minions, and I kind of jokingly said I could cross stitch this, and one of the people who are organising it is a huge shark fan, and she's like, there's one coming out for Jaws. I'm like, well, now I have to stitch them. So I have started them. The Minion is nearly completed. He just needs the black. And then I am working on one for the office and one for the lead. This is the Jaws one, which technically nobody has seen yet because it doesn't come out for a couple of weeks. She gave me a copy so I could cross stitch and get it done before Jaws week. It is going to be the Jaws poster. So I have the white at the top with where the red letters will go, and the mouth of the sharks. I'm basically only working on these at work. I did a couple of stitches while I was waiting for a doctor's appointment the other day. By a couple of stitches I mean I finished the yellow and did half of the blue, the dark blue. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, so I might get a little bit more done. Actually, I'm going to be on the train, so I'll probably get a little bit more done on those. My goal is by the end of next week to have them stitched and finished. I'm going to back them in felt, coat them with a needlework finishing glue, and put a magnet on the back so we can put them on we've got a metallic cabinet in the office, so we can put them there, and then the other lead gets her copy to keep. So yes, I don't have any cover images for these. These aren't in my stats because I haven't gone through another counting. I know they're 36, 380 stitches each because they're 19 by 20. So I'll just add those stats to my July stats, even though most of the stitching was done in June, because I just haven't actually sat down and counted them. Okay, now that is all my stitching. My June stats are not great, but I did more than I thought. Again, this is for me, guys, so like if you're interested, watch them. Otherwise, just skip through this section. I did 14 projects. I did 3 starts. That is those 3 little squares that I've done. 1 finish, which was the February. All the finishes in my last video were all from May. I completed 4 goals, and that's only because I created a new goal round. I did 7,225 stitches. I did frog 216 stitches-ish. I think I frogged like 300, but the math worked out to be 216. I had to restitch. Where is it? I had to restitch this entire side of Oregon, as I was out by 3 stitches, and I had done this straight section on the wrong side. So there was about 12 rows or something left at the bottom, but I had to go all the way back up to the top, and nobody else is going to notice but me. And I did 2,396 10 stitches, which is in the Lord of the Rings bookmarks by Country Magic Stitch I showed last week. That is kind of it. I said I have no haul. Well, I technically have one item of a haul, which is an unboxing I'm going to do as a separate video. It is the Frogworks box. I literally got it today. I went and collected it and then came back here to film. I know a lot of people haven't received theirs yet. Also, a lot of people are not interested in it being Harry Potter themed, so I'm doing it as a separate video. And it will probably be my only like actual unboxing video this year. So I sat down last night and worked out all my math that I need for the 8 Country Magic Stitch full pieces I have, and I think I want to try doing them in CXE. I'm planning on doing them 2/110, but they use a lot of floss. There's some colours I'm going to use like 3 skeins of, and that's 2/110 on 25 count. I do need to double check all my math. I'm going to do a little bit of like actual counting my stitches when I do pull them out next to see how many stitches I get out of a length, and make sure that the estimate is close to what I'm actually getting. That said, anybody who's used CXE, I'm aware it's a polyester blend, but honestly, it is like less than half the cost of DMC, and I no longer have a Joann's that I can just easily pop into to get colours that I'm missing. So when I need exactly 80 skeins. There are colours I need 19 stitches of, or like 23 stitches or something. Like there's one colour that it's like, this is ridiculous. But if this works, I'm probably going to do more of my BAPs that I have in 2/1 CXE 25 count on easy grid or easy count, because I would like to get, I've got a bunch of HAEDs just waiting for me to work on them. So if you have a supplier that you like, hit me up with a DM on Instagram, comment, you know, message me. If we're connected on Facebook, do it that way, you know. I sat last night trying to find someone and I got overwhelmed. because there's a ton, and I keep seeing a lot of people going, oh, don't use this company, they don't send just CXC, their dye lots are bad, whatever. So please help a fellow stitcher. Life update. Not much is going on. I did one trip to Disney with my husband. I am going twice in the next 2 weeks. I am going on the 70th anniversary. I have a reservation for the 17th. It is going to be crowded. My husband's also coming, so I'm not sure whether we're going to be going in later in the evening, but I want to try and knock out a couple of the opening day rides. There are still 13 that are open. We are going tomorrow because Tiki Room reopens, so I'll wear my Tiki Room dress. Again, we will be going after my husband finishes work. I also have a medical appointment in the afternoon, so I'm doing all the medical appointments right now, which is why I could not take off for the week for Hogwarts, for Frogwarts. Also, I am doing 5 days a week at work. It's a lot. I know I've only got to get through about 6 more weeks of this because I think our summer peak ends about mid-August. Our summer event only goes through to like mid-August, at which point park hours will reduce. So it is what it is. I'm taking advantage of getting hours while I can. As I said, I went to Disney. We just went for like 2.5 hours the other week. I don't think we got there till like 9:30. Like last week, I at Disney broke my glasses. I'm gonna post the photos. I did this photo and I was like, my glasses are probably on a bad angle, let me take them off and we can do photos. And I stuck it in my top and the arm snapped. So it's currently being held together with sticky tape. I did have an appointment yesterday morning to see the optometrist, and then I realised that I had switched my shift and I wasn't starting at 2:30, I was now starting at 12:30, and I didn't have time for the appointment and to get to work. So I have rescheduled for Saturday. I would have literally had, like, the appointment should only take about an hour, so I may have had time, but I didn't have time to, like, wouldn't have had time to actually, like, sit down and work out my frames and my lenses and everything like that. Where Saturday I have, like, between my appointment and when I start work, I have like 3.5 hours, so I'll have time to do the appointment, get from the optometrist to work, do the things that I need to get ready for work, get changed, have something to eat, stuff like that before I start work. And then I think it'll be a long day. Saturday is going to be a really long day. Wish me the best. But I will get through this, and then hopefully, probably not the next video, but the following video, I will have new frames. I am getting transition lenses because I am sick of having to keep changing lenses at work. Changing frames. I have a friend who is an optometrist, and he has told me I should be able to get what I'm after in lenses. It's probably going to cost me a little bit more, but I'd rather pay that for one pair of glasses than having to switch between two and keep scratching my lenses from where I'm constantly switching them. But that is all. I have 15 minutes to do my unboxing, so I am going to sign off. Have a great week, have a great day, do all the jazz. If you are in the US, it is the 4th. This will go up tomorrow, so it is the 4th on Friday. It is going to be an interesting day. Celebrate how you wish. I'm going to be at work. There are going to be fireworks. I have never been at work for fireworks. It's going to be interesting. So on that note, have a good day. Ciao.